Coach Deborah has a passion and purpose to assist young men, ages 15 to 24, to overcome obstacles and build their best lives. She wants to see every young man live out their potential. She has a master's degree in human services counseling, with a major in life coaching. More importantly, she is the mother of 3 boys, who are exceptional, educated, professional men. Coach Deborah believes it is better to train early, rather than need to fix later. She utilizes basic principles and God-led concepts. Sometimes the only thing a young man has is their credibility or their name. The actions they take are based on the decisions they make. Those decisions align with their choices and result in consequences. Coach Deborah can assist you if you are lost, floundering, or confused. Embrace the help and start building your best life today.
Happy Thursday. Hi, I'm Coach Deborah D. Smith of Build Your Best Life. Welcome to our platform. I am super excited to have you here. Please go ahead and like, share, and comment. Before we get started, just like, share, and comment. Our theme for February is self-love is the key. Our theme for February is reaching to love self. I apologize. Reaching to love self. My topic for tonight is self-love is the key. They are similar. My apologies. But my theme for this month is reaching to love self. And tonight we're going to be talking about self-love is the key. Loving yourself is so essential to being who you were born to be. So it is very, very important to know what that is, what it looks like, and to make sure that you love yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good evening, Agnes. Thank you for tuning in. So, a lot of people don't know this, but self-love is essential to your mental health. Because if you don't love yourself, your self-esteem is probably low and other things are going on. And good evening, Sister Trotter and Curly Brunson. Thank you for tuning in. And then loving yourself also sets the tone for the relationships that you have in your life. Self-love is actually a building block to your self-esteem. If you don't love yourself, then you're not going to feel good about yourself. So that impacts your self-esteem. Knowing the benefits of self-love is a step in the right direction. So it is something that we all need to seriously think about and determine where we are in that space. Self-love is huge 365 days a year. So each and every day, we should be in love with ourselves. But I especially want to talk about this and make sure that people are cognizant and thinking of this because we have that Valentine's Day coming up. And so we don't want people thinking about the other people that may be getting Valentine's and candy and stuff like that, and you aren't going on those romantic dinners. Well, if you love yourself and it's important about you, then that shouldn't bother you so much. But when we don't love ourselves, and then on top of that, we're seeing other people get these certain what we think is tokens of love, it can put you in a lower space. So let's get started. To me, I think this is a great topic because as I talk about my building blocks for Build Your Best Life, I have 5 building blocks, but before we ever start with that, I teach about loving yourself and how important you are. So the first thing I want to talk about is your well-being. Your well-being. Hi, Carol and Deacon Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. So your well-being, loving yourself is the most important thing that you can do for yourself. Guess what? When you were created, you came with a disclaimer. You didn't know that, did you? Aha. Guess what that disclaimer said? You know what I mean, right? Like when we get our mattresses and we're not supposed to take that tag off, even if we have it for 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, because it's a disclaimer on there. Well, when you were created, you came with a disclaimer. And I'm going to tell you what that disclaimer is. It stated, you are beautifully and wonderfully made. You are intelligent. You are one of a kind. Please do not compare yourself with others. That is so good because a lot of times that is one of the spaces that lack of self-love comes into play because you're okay with yourself and you're happy, you're going along doing your own thing, and then you begin to see this young man and he's dressed a certain kind of way. You see that guy over there, all the girls hanging around him. You see this other one and somebody says, oh, he smells nice, or if it's the female, it's, oh, ooh, look at her, look at the drip, And so then you begin to feel a certain way about yourself. So that's why it's essential for you not to compare yourself. All right, Carol, now you look at that next time you're in the store, you look at that thing, it says, do not remove. You're not supposed to take those tags off your mattresses. Oh. But yeah, but that disclaimer that we come with is so important. So some other things that this disclaimer says is you have a purpose. Please pray and listen for instructions. So, we come up with things. We say, oh, this is what I want to do. This is my dream. I'm going to go off and do it. But is that the purpose that God has for you? Well, you got to do some praying and listening to make sure that you are following what He has in store for you. So that disclaimer tells you that. So you have to pay careful attention, because sometimes it's like when we following a recipe, we like scanning the recipe instead of reading everything. And a lot of times it'll give you the ingredients at the top, and if you're not careful, you can make a mistake. Like I think one time I made a cake, and one of them calls for Jello and hot water. And I think the first time I made it, I just dumped the Jello in the cake, in my batter, and then put the water. But that's not what was supposed to happen. So you have to make sure that you understand in all these disclaimers. You want to make plans based on your purpose. And it says that disclaimer says, make plans based on your purpose. I will provide your skills and talents. You don't need anyone else to validate you. You were validated prior to leaving my thoughts. Okay, so when God thought you up, you particular one, He validated you. So then you don't need any young ladies, any young men, teachers, haters, anybody to validate you. You already been validated. So take that one off the list as well. It says, put yourself first. That's important. When you're on that airplane and they're giving you instructions, what do they tell you? If you are traveling with a small child or someone that's not able, place the mask where? Over your face first, and then help them with theirs. Why is that? Because if you put it on them first and you pass out, then who's going to put it on you? So you have to take care of yourself first. Good evening, Dan. Thank you for tuning in. Then appreciate your worth. Last month, we talked all about self-worth. If you missed any of those broadcasts, go back and check them out. Self-worth is so good to know and discuss. Yes, you need to have correct self-care. You got to take care of yourself. Then reward yourself often. Sometimes you may feel a certain kind of way. Well, I work so hard on my job. Nobody ever says you're doing a good job. All my performance reviews say average. I never get a promotion. None of my friends I graduated. I got my bachelor's degree. No one even said congratulations. Reward yourself. I worked hard. I finally got my degree. I am taking myself out to eat. I might put it on Facebook. Hey, graduated with a BS, cum laude. Come on. And I am celebrating tonight, blah, blah, blah. If anybody interested, they'll hit you up. Hey, where you going? I want to join you. But celebrate yourself. Hopefully you got that degree because you wanted it for yourself to do better and help you along those plans that you have for your life to fulfill your purpose and get where you want to get. So pat yourself on the back. I'm so proud of myself. I thought I couldn't do it, but I got it done. It might have taken me 10 years, but I got it done. Might have waited until I was 60 years old, but I got it done. Reward yourself. And then I think this one, I should have put it as number one, but so these are not in any particular order. But my last one is read this book, Basic Information Before Leaving Earth. Read it daily. There's a wealth of pertinent information, not just information, but pertinent information. And the name of that book again, Basic Information Before Leaving Earth. Now, we all know what that is, right? It's the Bible. The Bible. Basic Information Before Leaving Earth. You need to read that daily. Self-praise. Look for ways to celebrate your own victories. Thank you, Sister Trotter. That is so important. You don't have to wait around on other people. See, that's where we mess up. We're waiting for somebody else to validate us, tell us we look good. You know, Sister Catherine, when she get ready on Sundays and look in that mirror, that hair is together. She always got on a nice dress. That jewelry is blinging. She knows she be looking good. She don't be waiting on nobody to tell her. But I have to tell her when I see a girlfriend always looking good. But she already knows that. She loves herself. She is always smiling. She's always kind. And so you can tell that she has those attributes of someone that loves themselves. And you can just tell it by looking at her. Even the way she talks to other people. She's just all the way. So those are some of the things, and I know that there are more, but those are the ones that I picked out that I thought were very key to self-love. And that's that first one again, in case you didn't get it when I started. Number one is your well-being. Your well-being. Number two, when you love yourself, there's certain things that will happen. You will, one, have better self-esteem. I said that earlier when I started out. You know, if you love yourself, you cannot help but feel good about yourself. Feel confident. When you're talking to someone, you have to answer them. You're not looking down, fumbling with your fingernails. You are looking them in their eyes and you're speaking with them with a pleasant expression on your face because you have confidence. You know, if you're going to a meeting, you know that you have gotten all of your materials together, any research that you needed to do, you've done it. If it's your baby, you own it. And when you go in there, you have to half step. You love yourself, you're confident, you got your self-esteem, and you sit there and when they ask you a question, you answer it from A to Z. No, you don't leave anything out. Is there anything else you would like to know? Probably not. Now, you know, it's going to always be someone in there that regardless of how you explain it, they're going to have to add something. But as you know, it really should be, you have answered all the questions because you are upbeat, have that self-esteem and confidence because you love yourself, right? And then you're more, like I already said this, but you're more confident, you know. And, you know, a lot of people, you will see them, you know, I always say when you meet someone, smile and they'll smile back. But, you know, you meet a lot of people and they have their heads down. And it's not always that they don't want to speak. It's because they may have low self-esteem, excuse me, or their confidence is not there. And, you know, they may see someone come and, oh, my goodness, oh, he's a director in the department. Whew. And they put their head down because they don't want that director to ask them a question or say anything or, you know, be obvious to them. So, you know, so just because they have their heads down, go ahead. Good morning. How are you? You can call the name if you know it. But that is one reason why a lot of people hold their heads down. But I always told my young men, hold your head up, look people in their eyes when they're talking to you, be respectful, and, you know, do what you got to do. If it's an issue, situation, if it's an adult, you sit there, you listen, you answer. And then when you finish, get your mama. I'll take care of it. Don't be disrespectful. Don't think you got to handle it. If it's an adult, I'll take care of it. But Don't sit there like you're scared to death and looking all around and got you looking down. No, look at them like you understand. And I know everybody don't agree with this, but I taught my boys yes, ma'am, and no, sir. So that's how they had to answer it. I don't care who it is. So no, sir, and yes, sir. Okay, I understand. Thank you. They're gone. Never disrespectful. But that's what you have to do. And then when you love yourself, there is less stress. Less stress. Because if you don't love yourself, it's like you see something, you're sitting somewhere. You decide you want to go to lunch by yourself or dinner by yourself. And you're sitting there and you're eating. You may be looking at your tablet. You may have a book, or you just might be sitting there eating. But then it's like, oh, why did you keep staring at me? Oh, why that lady looking at me? Now you're leaning all over. Well, why they keep looking at me? Are they looking at you? Are they looking at the picture behind you? Are they looking past you? And so you all stress because you don't love yourself. Because if you loved yourself, you're sitting there, hey, they looking at me because I know my hair is, hey, look at it, it's swinging. So you don't care about them looking. I know I got on a beautiful necklace. Oh, look at these shoes. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. I know they haven't seen anything like that. Oh, my brother sent them to me from across the water. And I'm just making that up. But anyway, but you won't be as stressed because you're trying to figure out why somebody looking at you, why you don't look better. Do you have on the right shoes with this color dress? I think I combed my hair. Did I comb my hair? Do I have lipstick on my teeth? It's everything. So then you start stressing. You'll be more motivated. You feel good about yourself. You're confident about your skills, your abilities. You want to get things done. You want to reach your goals. You do take those baby steps, but when you're making progress. And as my coach say, you chip away until you get to that place where you've reached one of those goals. You check it off your list and you just keep chipping along. But you're more motivated to do that. You don't get up and you're like, oh, why do I have to get up today? I got to go in that place and everybody going to be just enjoying themselves. I don't have any friends. I don't have anybody to go to lunch with. And guess what my last one is, since I said that? You can have better relationships because you're not so worried about you have to look like they do. You have to dress like they do. You have to wear your hair like they do. They want to wear straight hair. You want to go natural. Hey, you feel good about you and your natural hair because what? It's natural. So there's no reason for you to feel any other kind of way. You don't have to worry about them in their clothes. You may be someone that's more conservative in your spending. Are you on a budget? They may just spend and charge when they don't even have the money. You don't know what is going on in somebody's pocketbook or in their house. So you don't even worry about that. You take care of yourself. Love yourself. So if you're not worried about those people, their situations, you're just looking at yourself and your situations, then you can have more relationships because you're not worried about them. We're going down to the cafeteria. Would you like to go? Oh, no, thank you. So why you said no, thank you? Because you brought your lunch. So what? I bet it tastes better than what they're going to get from the cafeteria. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The last 5 years I was in corporate America, it wasn't because I couldn't afford lunch, but most times I took my own lunch. That's just what I wanted to do. So why go out and spend? Well, when I was in corporate America, it was you going out spending $10, $15 for lunch a day, maybe. It's probably more than that now, probably $20, $25. So why spend that each and every day when you're cooking at home? You have leftovers that get thrown out. It's okay. Bring your lunch. Hey, we're going down to the cafeteria. You like to join us? Sure, I brought my lunch today, so you go ahead and I'll meet you down there. So, because I have to warm mine up. Thank you so much. And when you see people, you'll smile, they'll smile back. You're not sitting like you don't want to be bothered. You see somebody come into your desk and you turn your head. And so they're like, okay, they don't want to talk, so I'm going to keep going. But you're like, good morning, how are you today? They stop to ask you a question, or how was your weekend? You don't have to sit there and talk for an hour. Hi. Oh, my weekend was wonderful. Went to church, had spent some time with my grandkids. It was great. How about yours? Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for asking. And start keying again. I mean, as simple as that, but it will help you. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I like that, Sister Trotter. Body language. Oh, yeah, people can tell a lot about your body language, and your body language is better when you love yourself and you're confident and your self-esteem is better, because you're not that person that is, woe is me. Because you ever ask anybody, how you doing today? I'm fine, I'm great. But they looking like this. Okay, you saying you're great, but your body language saying something else. And this is not about this today. But again, that's another thing and another way that we can catch some of these people that are suffering from mental health, and people are not catching it until it's too late, or you don't catch it at all. When you're talking to somebody and you say, hey, how you doing? And it's normally a person that's smiling and how you doing? And you ask them, how you doing? I'm fine. They don't want to go to lunch with you anymore. You notice sometimes they just sit at their desk and look like they're lost in space or something. What's going on with them? Sit down, ask them some questions. You don't have to say, are you having mental health? You don't ask them that, but you begin to ask them questions. If it's someone that you know well enough that you notice that they're looking and acting a little bit differently, ask them some questions to try to find out what space they are. But that body language can really be improved with that. All right, so your well-being, when you love yourself, well, those things that will be better. And then 3, ensure you take care of the whole you. The whole you. The whole you includes, but is not limited to, your physical health. So that means get those annual checkups. When you get to a certain age, you got to get those annual checkups. Don't wait for somebody to tell you, and don't look like, bad as my eyes are. I'm thinking I went to the eye doctor last year. It was 2021 the last time I went. I've been going to see my specialist, but I haven't went to see about my glasses if I need to change those. So keep up with those annual checkups and get them done. Get dental cleanings. A lot of people think, okay, if I'm taking care of my physical health, I don't have to worry about my teeth. Yes, you do, because your teeth, if you don't take care of those, it can cause other health problems, as well as your teeth can fall out. You can get gum disease or whatever. So you need to take care of your teeth as well, your teeth and your gum. Drink plenty of water. Water. That helps with a lot of different things. It helps cleanse your kidneys and everything. If you don't give your body water, it tends to keep what it has. So your body knows, oh, she's not gonna give me but probably 4 ounces of water today, so I'm gonna have to hold on to that. I can't let it out. And so then that causes other problems. So you need to have that water coming in and going out, and then you don't get dehydrated and all of these things. You need to exercise. You don't need to keep saying, okay, I'm going to start and never start. You need to exercise, get your joints moving and all of this. The second one is that mental health. You got to take care of your mental health. Years ago, I'll say 10 years ago, people never mentioned mental health, but now It is attacking our young people, especially our young men. Suicide and firearms are among the top reason that our young people are leaving this earth early. So take care of your mental health. That means getting sufficient rest. You cannot stay up all night doing homework, playing video games, and on social media. You need to set up goals. You need goals. If even when you're in school, you need goals. How much time am I going to spend on my schoolwork? If I have time, how much time am I going to spend on social media or taking or whatever? Or during the week, your parents may not even let you pick up a game system or anything. But you need to get rest. And as young people get into their teens, they always feel like, oh, I don't need rest. I don't need rest. Believe it or not, they need just as much rest or sleep as an older individual. So they need the 9 to 10 hours of sleep. Teenagers do. Ensure that your circle of people have integrity and good character, and they're positive people. People that are negative and don't have good integrity, if you stay around them long enough, some of that stuff might rub off. You know what they say, birds of a feather. So watch your associates. That's my building foundation number one. You have to be careful of your associates. Yes, God wants us to love everyone. He wants us to try to spread the good news to everyone, but that does not mean that you have to keep them within your circle and let them taint you. You can pray for them, have conversations with them, and then move it along. You have to work on always having a positive mindset. Those are the type of people you want to be around. You should want to, talking about your mental health, meditate, reflect, spend time with God, have me time. And I guess you say, well, when I'm praying and all that, that's me time. Well, to me, that's not me time. That should be God time. It's time talking to him and hearing what he got to tell you. But hey, if you don't get your nails done and all that, get you a good book. It's always good to read. So I'm not going to even say if you read, because I just know if you're on here, you like to read, you read. Because you can learn so much from reading. But get your book. Go outside if the weather is nice. Go to a park. You can, you like to shop, go to the mall. Take your book with you. Walk around, window shop, sit down a while, read your book, do some things, but spend time with yourself. Take time to breathe. You don't have to worry about responding to somebody else, worrying with negative energy or low energy somebody else has. And sometimes, you can love people, but they might be needy. So they can't be with you all the time. So you do need some me time. And this is a big one. And I know it takes work, but when you're going through things, and I don't know of anybody that never goes through anything. We all do. You have to pray and not worry. And I know a lot of times it's easier said than done, but if we have that faith, we have to get in that posture of, why am I going to pray if I'm just going to keep worrying? So just let me put that over there on the altar, let it go, and just pray. It's going to work itself out. There's nothing I can do about it anyway. It's in God's hands, in God's timing. So I need to let it go. Right? Resolve conflict. If there's someone that you care about and y'all had a word, or you feel like the relationship is not the same, something's going on, you didn't do anything, or you don't think you did anything, call them up and ask them, hey, hadn't heard from you in a while. I just want to make sure it's nothing that I did, unintentionally or anything. How's it going? You okay? But resolve it. If they don't want to resolve it or work on it, or they don't want to, then, I'll talk about that later, but you have to, do you at least you need to try. Remember, it is okay to say no. A lot of times we don't get an opportunity for that meditation, that time alone, that prayer time, because why? Because we done told somebody, yeah, well, I'll do it. Okay, you want me to take you where? When you need to go? In 30 minutes? Oh, okay. Now you know you was just getting ready to go outside on the patio, have your coffee, and reflect. Why didn't you just tell them, I can't do that right now? It means if they don't need to go to the emergency room or something, it's vital. No, I can't do that right now. You called me at a time I was getting ready to do something that I normally do at this time of day. Okay, Carol says, avoid conflict. When they go low, you go high. Yep, let it go. Love it. Then, if you find yourself sinking, we're still talking about mental health, you get in that dark space and, nobody's reaching out to you. You haven't reached out to anybody. You might need to seek therapy. And a lot of people, they have this stigma about getting help. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. If you need help, you need to go get help. If you most jobs have, they probably call it different things, but an employee assistance program where they have people and they pay for it, where you can go talk with them and it is a confidential conversation. And so, you don't have an excuse, but it's better to get that help. Sometimes it's hard, but there are people that love you and they want you around. So you need to get that help. And then those relationships, don't spend all of your time alone. Remember, God even said, a man is not meant to be alone. You need somebody to talk with, run things across sometimes. Not saying your confidential personal business, but sometimes you can run things off, across somebody. I was thinking about this. This is how it makes me feel, what do you think? Because a lot of times people either have been in that situation, they have discernment, prophecy, whatever, and they can assist you. So if you have that type of person in your life and you feel like you can talk with them in confidence, you go right ahead and do that. But you have to be selective. And then don't forget, I said, you don't have to have everybody, but you have to always remember this. Everybody is not meant to be in your life for a lifetime. Some people for a season and some for a reason. Sometimes people get in our lives to make us stronger or teach us something, but that doesn't mean that they're going to have to stay. Don't allow anyone, and I'm sorry I'm doing my finger, but don't allow anyone to treat you less than. So that means don't let anyone disrespect you, talk to you any kind of way. You are a person, you're a human, you have feelings. So don't allow people to do that. Okay, I understood your last statement, but the way you said it was kind of harsh. And if they go off in a place, okay, well, I need to run. I'll talk with you later. Also, I said, you need to take care of all aspects of your life. So that means that you got to handle your finances wisely. But this last one, don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to have fun. That is important. So that means, I know you've heard laughter is the best medicine. Sometimes to get a good laugh out will make you feel so good. You might you might feel silly, but just laughing will make you feel better. So you laugh, play, Take time to take vacations. You might want to go bowling. When you know one of your friends, they always make you laugh. Give them a call instead of texting them. Give them a call. They can make you laugh. And sometimes when things go on, laugh at yourself. Oops, man, I can't believe I just burned up that cake. Ooh, now I got to go to the store. I got to make another one because it wasn't for me. I was making it for somebody else. But laugh at yourself. There's no use saying, I don't know how I burned that cake. Oh, help me, somebody. Now I got to go to the store. I don't want to go to the store. Oh, help me, help me, help me. How did I do that? I don't know what I was thinking. I smelled it, but I was just so busy. I was trying to finish this. Don't do all that. Just laugh at yourself. Clean it up. Go on to the store. Get out, get some fresh air. And come back and make another one. It's all good. It's all good. So those are the things that I wanted to tell you today about having the keys to self-love. Self-love is a biggie, if you ask me. So we need to ensure that we, first of all, love ourselves, and then those people that are around us, especially our family members, those that we love and care about, our friends, associates, that we help them to understand this as well. You gotta love yourself first and foremost. Just like if you're on that plane and you're helping somebody else, they're okay. But in the meantime, whatever has hit you and you don't have anybody to assist you, and you gone, there's no more you. Hey, same thing with life. Take care of you. Love yourself. So again, thank you all so very, very much for listening in today. And as I was going through and doing my research or whatever, I wrote this little poem. So I'm going to give it to you right quick. All right. So remember I told you all about the disclaimer. So when you were born, out went a decree. You were to be positive, successful, and free. Your purpose was planted, your goals you set. Plan, take baby steps, be intentional and consistent. Guess what? You won't have unneeded regrets. Be bold, kind, forgiving, and love yourself. You see, loving or not loving yourself could negatively impact your health. Focus on being kind, loving, and respectful to the one and only you. Stay positive. It helps you have an upbeat view. So stay upbeat, love yourself, and be happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget to visit my website, www.buildyourbestlife.org, so you can read my blog that goes out each Monday. If you went out there this week and it was not there, it did not get out there until later that evening. I was having a problem with my website builders, but I finally did get it out there. But I release a new blog every Monday. You can look at my calendar of events. I already have our speakers out there for my 4 major events this year. So I'm super excited about that. You can find out more about our platform. You can also find the services that I offer, which is coaching, consultations, speaking, webinar speaking. And you can get an autographed copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. And it is a great book. It is for our young men, mothers with sons, parents, educators, grandparents, neighbors, pastors, mentors, coaches, anyone who wants to overcome obstacles and build their best lives or assist someone else in doing so. It is very, very helpful. And there are activities in the back of the book for you to complete. And if I do have them in stock, so you can get your autographed copy right away. But if you prefer the Kindle version, you can get the Kindle version from Amazon.com. But again, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope to see you Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And my topic for Saturday is boss. Boss, best original source of yourself. Who knows you better than you? but it's about its boss. Its boss. So tune in, please. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else, but you decided to join in with me today. I love you, love you, love you. As you go along your busy day, you may encounter a young man who has lost his way. Don't shake your head or steady your path. Stop, reach out, give a young man a helping hand. That's what it's all about this year. Reach. We got to help pull our young men up and out. So again, thank you so much. Remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan. It's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe. And I hope to see you Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.